What's going on, everyone? It's VJ Man, and today we're going to be talking about Hocus Pocus and Hocus Pocus 2 with spoilers. I'm giving a warning now, so no one will be surprised. Wow, I can't believe it's been 29 long years since the first Hocus Pocus movie was released, and to finally get a Hocus Pocus 2 after all this time has really been exciting. I like how they gave us the background on the three witches in Hocus Pocus 2 and finally revealing on how they got their powers. And if it isn't obvious, I liked how well the image quality was on Hocus Pocus 2 than the first one because you can just see everything more clearly and vividly. I do like how they showed the witches as pure evil in the first movie compared to the second movie where they tried to humanize them. I do like, though, in the first movie, how they answered most of the questions in the end, compared to the second movie, where it just gave us more questions than answers. It was interesting to see how the Sanderson sisters were defeated in the first movie by pure of luck of the sun rising faster than they could take away Max's life force, because it just had you in pure suspense because you didn't know if the witches were going to make it in time to take away his life force and become immortal again, or if Max's team was going to end up winning and the witches died. Compared to the second movie, where they were defeated because they didn't follow the rules of a witch's book, and for Winifred feeling bad that she was the reason her sisters were gone, so she was sad, but then said, you know what? I want to join my sisters in death. So she. Now, an interesting character that appeared in Hocus Pocus 2 was the Mother Witch. And I was surprised more that they didn't go more in depth about her character, just because it would have been cool to see how she had her powers and where she got them from. But it was nice to see, though, that in the scenes they showed her more powerful than the Sanderson sisters because she was able to shapeshift as a bird and being able to fly and also having the voice to sing to lure the kids into the forest. But I found it strange that for some reason the Sanderson sisters couldn't do the same, not even shapeshift, and also needed a broom or a vacuum to be able to fly into the sky. Now, this part is going to be about the questions I had about both movies. In the scene with Mother Witch in Hocus Pocus 2, she said that there were more covenants of witches. So, just how many are there in this movie's universe? And if they make more movies of Hocus Pocus, will they ever appear? In the first Hocus Pocus movie, Winifred called Allison a clever little white witch. And I find this strange because Allison has never displayed any powers that would make it seem like she's a witch. And also in the movies, they said witches aren't allowed to walk on graveyards, but for some reason Allison's able to. For me, that just didn't make sense. I did find it strange, though, that Winifred and her sisters got the book from Mother Witch in Hocus Pocus 2 compared to Hocus Pocus 1. They said that they got it from Satan himself and that they've even been to hell. Who was the black cat in Hocus Pocus 2? Because in the first movie, Zachary Binks' curse as an immortal black cat was finally lifted and his soul was finally in the afterlife. So this cat wasn't really helping the heroes or the villains. And I'm kind of curious to see which side it's gonna be on, because in the ending it showed the black cat brushing against a second black candle. And I'm curious to see who the black candle will be for, since the three witches look like they're finally gone for good. Will it be for the Mother Witch, if she even is dead? Or will it be for an entirely new witch that we haven't even seen before? I wish that they talked about what Allison and Max were up to after what happened to them in the first movie, because even after the time that has passed between the two movies, they should still be alive. I found it interesting on how Becca and her friends were walking like the Anderson sisters at the end of the movie and even questioning, what are we doing? And how does Becca have witch powers? And does this mean she's a descendant of witches? And why haven't they shown who Becca's parents are and stepmother and what they even look like or how they are as people? I do hope they make more Hocus Pocus movies because there's still so many more questions that we need to have answered. Please go like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications, and don't forget to share with your family and friends.